Hi, my name is Brian Taylor. As an overview of the Institutional Programming Division, we have many classes and programs throughout the state of Utah in our prison systems as well as in county jails. We have substance abuse treatment programs, sex offender treatment programs, high schools, cognitive behavioral life skills programs, as well as vocational training, which include Davis Applied Technology, Snow College, and Uinta Basin Applied Technology College. Our libraries have a vast resource of books to include some of the latest copies. We also have over 1,500 volunteers that represent 26 different religions that come out to the prison on a daily basis, 7 days a week. These individuals come out and work with our incarcerated populations in our religious areas, in our classrooms, and in our high schools. And in one word, they deliver hope. We also have a group called correctional specialists, and this group of individuals, they work on helping offenders transition from prison to the community. And they do an excellent job helping offenders overcome barriers and triggers and create a comprehensive transitional release plan so that people are able to move forward in their lives. We care about our incarcerated population, and we want them to be able to move forward and have hope and be able to have a good life. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Greg HENDRIX, and I'm a correctional administrator within the Division of Institutional Programming at the Department of Corrections. And our division is committed to helping our offenders reach their full potential and be able to transition back successfully into the community. To help them do this, we offer educational opportunities as well as treatment opportunities. We have two different programs that we use, and we have our substance abuse treatment programs as well as programs to address our sexual offenders. The Resolve program is our sex offender program, and it is located here at the Draper site. We have about 150 inmates that are in this program. While they're in this program, they will learn how to address their cues, their triggers, and the things that led them to offending in a sexual manner. They'll also come to understand their impact that their crime had on their victims. And then they'll develop a recovery maintenance plan that will help them not to reoffend and be able to return back into the program. These offenders will be in this program for approximately 18 months. And upon that time, then they'll transition to aftercare, where they'll continue to receive treatment, and then upon parole, the majority of them will be required to continue treatment out into the community to help them to reduce their recidivism. The first program that I would like to address is the Conquest program. This is a male substance abuse treatment program that is located here at the Draper site in our promontory facility. Both Resolve and Conquest are in the same building. Offenders that are in Conquest will be about 12 to 18 months to complete. While they are in the program, we are helping them to learn the impact that substance abuse has had on their lives as well as the lives of their family and employment. We help them to understand their cues and their triggers as to why they are using. And we also help them to identify new coping skills so that they don't return back to using. Our offenders that participate in this program will receive both individual counseling as well as group counseling or psychotherapy. And in addition, they will participate in life skill classes that will address parenting skills, that will address employment skills, and that will help them to identify thinking errors and also how to improve empathy for others. Our other substance abuse treatment program for our male population is HOPE. And HOPE is located in Gunnison at the Central Utah Correctional Facility in the FUR unit. HOPE is very similar to Conquest in that they will receive individual therapy as well as group psychotherapy. We have approximately 230 inmates that are in this program, and again, this program will take about 12 to 18 months to complete. They also will participate in life skill classes, and in these classes they'll learn things such as how to improve their relationships, how substance abuse affected their relationships. They'll also learn very similar things that they learn if they were in Conquest, as far as a recovery maintenance plan goes, and how to intervene when they are craving. Our third substance abuse treatment program that we have is for our female population, and this program is called Excel. It is located in the Timpanogos facility here at the Draper site. Both Hope, Conquest, and Excel all kind of follow the same format. The female offenders will also receive psychotherapy in both individual and in the group, and they'll also receive life skill classes that will address trauma issues, as this tends to be one of the pathways to prison for the women, so we specifically focus on trauma for them. We also focus on being gender responsive, where we address their specific needs that are different from the male. In addition, they will also receive parenting classes, and we also focus on helping them to reunify with their families and with their kids once they release from the prison. The Excel program is about 9 to 12 months. This is because they typically have shorter sentences, and so they typically don't have the time to be able to complete a 12 to 18-month program. All four of our treatment programs implement a system or a model that is called the therapeutic community, or TC. We like this approach because it helps our offenders to, one, learn how to be accountable and also to be responsible. Not only do we teach this through classes, but we also give them an experience, or they have an experiential encounter where they learn how to be responsible and they learn how to be accountable. A therapeutic community is set up just like a community, just like it sounds. So we have a structure that they follow, and they can move up through this structure, and they can take on additional responsibilities as they gain trust, as they gain integrity, and as they learn to be responsible, then they perform other duties within that community. Whenever someone comes into our communities, they will be assigned a job, and they are held accountable to perform that job, and so that's where they learn how to be responsible, whereas maybe before they hadn't learned that, or they hadn't had those duties to be responsible for. We also have an accountability system where they learn how to confront each other in an appropriate manner, and they then learn how to hold each other accountable for their behaviors. And this will be helpful as they transition back out to the community to be able to confront and address things in an appropriate manner. And so as they learn to do these and develop these skills, then they can move up and move throughout the community, and they learn how to live in a small community. Therefore, they're better prepared when they leave and transition back to their families and back to the communities that they will be going to. And so we are invested in not only providing treatment for them, but also helping the offender transition back to their families, back to employment, and be able to live successful lives. Some things that we're doing is we are offering reunification programs or services that help to reunify the offender back to their family, such as marital counseling. In the Conquest program, if the offender qualifies, we are offering marital counseling over the telephone. Eventually, we hope to be able to have face-to-face marital counseling, but that can be one of the greatest stressors for an offender as they come back, as reunifying with their partner or their spouse. And so we're trying to help them to navigate that through couples counseling. We also have a class that is called Family Psych. Currently, we are running this in the women's population. This is where the women will have parenting classes for about an hour, and then after that, they are actually able to have a visit with their children, and their children actually come into the visit, and then they're able to practice and implement those parenting skills that they just learned under the observation of professional staff. And so that helps the females to be able to reunite with their children, some who they have not seen since birth. So this is a great transitional service that we are beginning to offer. We also offer financial services such as PATER, which is called Parole Access to Recovery. And these are funds that are set aside for those that graduate from our programs. And it helps them to be able to get into treatment. Sometimes getting treatment or funding for treatment can be very difficult. And so these are funds that have been set aside that can specifically help them to be able to access treatment much quicker. Sometimes these funds, in special circumstances, can be used for housing or transportation, but that would all have to be approved through their agent.
Hi, I'm Brian Taylor, Correctional Administrator here at the Utah Department of Corrections, Institutional Division of Programming. we have many educational opportunities here for offenders. High school here at both Draper and Gunnison are two of the main focuses that we have to help inmates move forward in their lives. Literacy, if that's an issue for an individual, we want to get them into some literacy classes and get them bumped up to a level where they can actually take a high school classes. High school helps change the hearts and minds of individuals so that they can move forward in their lives into the community and be successful. Some of the life skills classes that we teach here at the Utah Department of Corrections are moral recognition therapy, and then another is life. Now, life is a class that helps people prepare for their eventual transition from prison back into the community. Some examples of other life skills courses that we teach here at the prison are parenting, communication, and anger management. With post-secondary education or vocational training, we have many other opportunities for individuals who are incarcerated with Davis Applied Technology, Snow College, and Uinta Basin Technical College. Some examples of those classes that we offer are culinary arts, business technology, automotive, and building trades. One of the big pieces that we want to help offenders move forward through all of these educational opportunities is a change of heart and mind from antisocial behaviors toward pro-social behaviors. As individuals are educated, it's proven that they are more successful finding a livable wage job and also become more successful out in the community. As they internalize the training and the education that they get here at the Utah State Prison, they're able to have better communications with potential employers, and they're able to work better with peers in a job. Also, if a landlord comes to them with an issue, they're able to work through those issues and still keep their apartment. So as this change from antisocial or criminal thinking toward pro-social or law-abiding, you have an amazing opportunity here to help your loved one as you talk to them in visiting, as you talk to them over the phone or through written correspondence. You can help them think through the issues that are affecting them while they're in prison and choose pro-social friends. You know, ask them, who are you hanging around with? Are they helping you move forward in your life or leading you back to criminality? As they bring problems to you, you can help them work through it so they come out with a law-abiding solution. And these are some things that are really helpful to us as we partner with you to help your loved one move forward in their lives. Now, one other thing that is really important for our incarcerated people to do is create a solid, flexible, transitional release plan that's based in SMART goals. And these goals we want recorded in our case action plan so that they can move forward in their lives. As you speak with them and they identify their triggers or barriers for them to be able to move forward in their lives, they can create a specific plan for each issue that they face. And as they create this plan, they're able to identify the people, the places, and the things that's going to help them become successful. As they address their transitional release plan and they identify the people that are going to help them be successful, they may have an opportunity to have volunteer mentors. One key is to, if that's not an option for them, is to identify people in their communities who's going to help them move forward and make a connection there. As they move forward with this transitional release plan and they have identified what they need to do to find a job, to get transportation, find a house, a place to live. Maybe medical and mental health is one of those things that they need to work on and have a plan for. As they identify those things that's going to help them be successful, they are going to be able to transition back into the community and become law-abiding. In conclusion, thank you for your help in partnering with us to help your loved one, and may we have success.
Hi, my name is Lieutenant Jennifer Stansfield. I work with the Division of Programming here at the Utah State Prison. Currently, we are teaching offenders who are incarcerated life skills classes and high school that are intended to help improve their opportunities when they are released from prison. Some of the opportunities that we give them here are anger management, stress management, parenting. We have a Real Care Baby course where they get to have the babies that look like real babies. They cry, they have to be changed, they have to be held. We provide a new program called LIFE. It is an evidence-based program, that stands for Living Institutional Free Every Day. It is a 6-month commitment on the offender's part that helps them to begin the transition into parole by providing them opportunities to learn how to gain employment, find education, find resources that will help them with substance abuse, mental health, sex offender treatment, and any other things that are needed when they release. We also provide offenders who have not been able to graduate from high school the opportunity to graduate and get a diploma, which goes along with the JRI, which is the Justice Reinvestment Initiative, that helps them to possibly obtain a time cut to get out of here sooner to start using the skills that they've learned. One of the other opportunities that we give them here in the Division of Programming is vocational trades, that we go through a technical college that provides them skills such as culinary arts, business tech, welding, machining, and automotive work. With this, we go hand in hand with our UDOW people with APMP to provide them jobs as soon as they release. The ATC that we work with also gives them the opportunity to go to their job placement and get them skills. So with the life skills they learn here on how to change behaviors, cognitive thinking, and being able to graduate from high school, that gives them a bump up, but the best bump that we can give them is the opportunity to find employment that will keep them being law-abiding and productive citizens.
I'm Lieutenant Pei. I am over the Volunteer and Religious Services program. We have roughly 1,500 volunteers who provide a lot of secular and non-secular programs for our offender population. We have roughly 30 to 32 different religions within the facility, and so those volunteers help facilitate for a lot of those programs and services. So we have a lot of different programs. We have crochet programs, we have a lot of therapeutic programs, we also have music programs, a lot of programs that are across the spectrum. Again, with the 1,500 volunteers, we're allowed to do a lot of the things. We also bring in guest artists who bring in their talents, share their talents with the offender population. Just recently, we had a barbershop chorus provide a concert for the women's facility. And it's a great opportunity for the women and for the offenders who do participate in these activities to see the different talents across the public and the public, and having that public support. So there are other various programs that our volunteers provide other than religious. They also come in and provide music school. We've got volunteers who also teach drama, so they do a lot of acting classes. We also have the Toastmasters who come and provide reading skills, writing skills, and teaching offenders the ability to write and to put a lot of their thoughts on paper. We also have 4 chaplains who help facilitate the volunteers who come in and provide these services. And they assist with a lot of the administrative, but they don't provide the services or they don't represent a specific denomination. They are actually here as non-denominational chaplains who help with the volunteers who provide the services for our offender population. We also have volunteers who come from the Salt Lake Valley, Utah Valley, and even some from Cache Valley, and provide their services and share their talents with the offenders. So we really appreciate our volunteers. We do treasure them because they are a resource. They are our public ambassadors. They do talk about some of the programs that we do provide here in the department. So we appreciate their work and we thank them. And if it were not for them, none of these programs would exist.
I'm Bob FELAND. I'm a staff chaplain assigned to the Wasatch Chapel and asked to discuss religious programming at the Utah State Prison. Primarily, our primary objective is to give those who come to the Utah State Prison the opportunity to change who they are and to become better men and women. And as a Christian, I believe in the effect of Jesus Christ to change us if we'll merely ask for that and seek his aid. On the other hand, we offer a variety of different religions here: Islamic, Buddhist, Wicca, Asatru, a variety of different religions, and virtually every non-denominational faith that you would find on the street in Salt Lake County. And so really, if people are willing to take an opportunity, my experience is that those religions offer opportunities for change and opportunities for ethical and moral considerations that can positively impact on who we are and who we hope to become. For example, in the Wasatch Chapel, we offer an entire variety of programs to which the inmates are able to take part. We have a family history program, family home evening, church services of every variety of religion. We have crocheting programs, music programs, and really all those programs are designed for the inmates to be here in this environment and to experience what we find here in the spirit of a dedicated chapel, regardless of what faith it is. I'm sure that we have a lot of those who are involved here who really are not religious in our music school and crocheting programs, but here they are in a chapel environment. I consider that to be a great thing. What our hope is through that process they become better and more contributing people. As an example, we literally distribute thousands of religious tracts every year, whether it be a Bible, a copy of the Book of Mormon, Quran, throughout the prison. We receive donations from organizations all throughout the country who are dedicated to those simple principles to which we are. Now, who makes the determination as to whether or not they're going to be successful? That's really the determination of the individual. He's the one who has to make a decision as to whether or not he's going to change and be a different person. And one of the things that I've learned in being here for 20 years, those who legitimately desire to be better men or women, indeed, through participation in our programs are able to do so.
My name is CHRISTIE Jensen, and I'm the Library Director for the Department of Corrections. I'm here to talk to you about the opportunities the library provides throughout the department. Between the Draper and Gunnison sites, we have 7 libraries. These libraries effectively work like public libraries do on the outside, where inmates have the opportunity to come and browse and select their own books. In Draper, we have about 60,000 books separated among 6 libraries. We also provide books to our maximum security units, which are distributed by unit staff. We have materials that support the treatment, educational, transition, and life skills programs throughout the department, as well as a selection of self-help books and fiction. We have an annual book budget, so we're able to purchase books that we select for each particular library. We also receive donations from the community. Our goal is to give each inmate the opportunity to visit the library once a week. On an annual basis, we average about 175,000 checkouts and about 75,000 inmate visits to the libraries. We employ inmates in each of our libraries that do such tasks as check-in, check-out on the computers. They shelve the books according to the Dewey Decimal Classification System, and they help other inmates find the materials that they need. Inmates coming to the library for the first time often say things like, "This is like a real library," and I tell them it is a real library. It mimics the experience they would have going to a public library, and for many inmates, this is a comfort for them.
I'm Rec Officer Gene Brake. I currently work at Central Utah Correctional Facility. I'm over the recreation department for one of the housing facilities. We offer all kinds of different opportunities for the inmates. We have tournaments, basketball, volleyball, soccer, horseshoes. We also have many indoor activity tournaments for those that may not be active per se. We have chess, spades, cribbage, ping pong. A lot of these activities are put together to give the inmates some leisure time, some away time from the housing units, in the hopes that it will help them to better themselves on the inside, socially and physically and mentally, so when they get on the outside they'll have more towards positive reinforcement and positive things in their life, away from the negative things that may have got them put into prison.